Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. What we are going to be doing today, and I'm super excited for, is we are going to be doing some live swatches of the Sandra Rose palette from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. So Sandra Rose Pressed Pigment and Eyeshadow Palette. Now this is an Australian independent brand from Queensland, and I did when was it? Probably a month or so ago, I did some live swatches of her Sandra Favourites blue eyeshadow bundle. So I got this in the mail today and I figured, well, I might as well get in and swatch these and see how the shadows perform. So it comes in this beautiful wooden carton with purple roses on it. Now, my mum's name is Sandra. Her favourite colour is purple. So I am super stoked by how the carton or the palette looks. I'm just going to get rid of the little plastic slip. So here is the palette in all of its glory. So we've got a nice soft palette. I wouldn't call this a bright, colourful palette. It's definitely soft colours. So we've got, let's have a look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mattes. No, 9, let's see if I can count. 8 mattes, yeah, I can count. Lucky for me. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 metallics and 1 pearlized shimmer there. So I haven't even, as you can see, it's a virgin palette, haven't even opened it, like swatched it. So we're going to get in and do that first. So we're going to do some arm swatches first, and then I'm going to get in and do some eye swatches so we can kind of see how they perform on the eye. Because as we know, arm swatches are great to see the colour, but they aren't indicative of how they're going to perform as a shadow on the eye. So the first one we've got is Jasmine, which is a shimmery pearl colour. So let's have a look. And there we go. So we've got Jasmine. Alright, next colour is Petal. So Petal is a soft pink. Again, the mattes feel super soft. So let's go here. So there we go, there is Petal. You can see Jasmine has kind of chunked up a little bit. I'll see if I can get in close enough for you to kind of see. So there is some chunky kind of particles there. Let's see how it swatches out. So it swatches down. But yeah, just to make note of that. We've then got Bud, which is a nice kind of orangey pink colour. Okay, here we go with Bud. No, look at that. Can't even swatch straight. There we go. Next one up is Rose. So Rose is a soft, I'd say mauve colour. And it is a metallic. So let's see if I can get the placement right this time. So there we go. There is Rose. Alrighty, next one. We're getting into a deeper matte, so we're going to get into Nectar, which is probably a plum, would be a way to describe it. Not that I am a colour expert in any way, shape or form. Alrighty, there we go. Here's Nectar. There you go. Alright, let's get on to probably just like a baby pink. This is Pollen. There we go. There we go, there is Pollen. got a bit more, I guess, dirty pink look to it once you swatch it. It's cool. Alright, next one. This is going to be the interesting one. So this is our pearlized shade Bloom. So it's got the pearl fragments through it. Alright, let's have a look. Here we go. There we go. So, come on into focus. So that is Bloom. That is a gorgeous shade. Alright, we're going to get into some of, so I just had to blow off that Bloom, those pearlized fragments. They did chunk up a little bit in the pan. We're going to get into Botanical, which is like a grey-green. Where am I? Here. There we go. So there is Botanical. Next up we've got Vine, which is a really soft green. So here we go with Vine. There we go. Alright, next one up. My mum's colour. So it's called Sandra. So this I'd put as a deep teal grey maybe. Alright, so let's see how we go with this one. Oh, it's a nice colour. So there we go, there is Sandra. I'm probably going to run out of arm space in a second, but that's all right. We've got Flora, which is a purple metallic. Here we go. There's Flora. Ah, itchy nose. Okay. Going to get into some mattes now. So we've got Leaf, Seed and Posy. I think I'm just going to hit all three of them at once. So we've got Leaf, Seed and Posy. Alright, let's see how we go. We've got Leaf, Seed and Posy. There we go. And the last one in the palette is a metallic silver. So this is Flourish. I'm going to use my little finger for that because my other fingers have got... Now this one just kicked up quite a bit in the pan when I went in with my finger. Alright, so here we go. Here is Flourish. So there we go. We've got a nice silver. A little bit chunky. You can see that as I'm like trying to smooth it down. But there we go. So that is our range of colours. So 15 colours. It's a nice colour story. Like I said, it's a really soft selection of colours, which, you know, kind of fits with that. If you think of Sandra Rose, you think of soft, pretty colours. So I'm looking forward. I'm going to zoom you in and we're going to get on to some eye swatches and see how they perform on the eye. Come on in. Now, unlucky for you, if you hadn't noticed, I'm not wearing any makeup. I learned my lesson last time. Trying to sit there and put concealer on and keep everything while I'm doing these live eye swatches is just ridiculous, and I'm happy not to wear makeup. So I'm going to go in first. So I'll be doing this with each of these swatches. I just won't show it each time. I'm going to go in with my soft ochre paint pot because I always use a eyeshadow base. So I'm going to lay this down over the eyes. I don't set my eyeshadow base normally. We'll see how these perform. It might need setting, but I on a day-to-day basis don't set my eyeshadow base. So I'm going to try and keep it as true as possible to how I apply my eyeshadows. Okay, so we got some eyeshadow base down. Let's get in and try the first one. So the first one is Jasmine, so the Pearl Shimmer. And I might see if I can come in a little bit closer. Alright, and that's as close as I can get. I don't think you need to be any closer to me because no one needs that in their life. Alright, so I'm just going to take it on a dense shader brush to begin with, and I'm going to place it all over the eye. And it is only a small shader brush, so I'm not surprised I have to go back in. I'm just trying to pack on the pigment as well as possible. So you can see that there is a bit of crumbliness. For me personally, like I said, I usually do my eyes before I do the rest of my makeup, so I'm not too concerned about that kind of fallout. So this is Jasmine without any on a dry brush. I'm going to go in with my finger now because that's how I like to apply shimmers. So there we go. That's it with the finger. You know, obviously for me, this is not going to be a shadow I use all over my lid. It's definitely one I would use probably as an inner corner highlight, or maybe as like a highlight on a halo eye or something like that. But just gives you a bit of an idea of the colour. Okay, the next one I'm going to go in with is Petal. So Petal was that pink. So I'm going to go in on the other eye, and I'm going to press these mattes on. It's a beautiful colour. I'm not a huge pink lover. Ironically, I wore pink eyeshadow today to match my shirt. I had the Astro Pink palette from Kaleidos there on. So I'm just going to just blend it out a little bit up into the crease just so we can see how it would blend out, which it's blending out fine. And just to show you, I won't show you with everyone, but there is a bit of kick up in the pan when I go in with a brush. But again, that doesn't really particularly bother me. Alright, so that is Petal. So they're the first two shades. I'll be back. Okay, we're going to go in with the next matte, which was Bud, which is that orange pink coral colour. Again, I'm going to pack it on the lid first. This has a nice, like, brightness to it. You know, especially if you like wearing coloured shadow, I think this adds just that little bit of, I guess, what would the word be that I'm looking for? Variety, versatility to it. If you want to make it a bit more of a bright look, this colour's definitely going to do that. So there we go, there's Bud. Then we're going to go into Rose, which is the soft mauvey shimmer. Going to pack that all over the lid. Now this is a nice colour. This is a colour I'd be happy to wear as a lid colour. And while I'm doing this, I'm trying to think of some looks to put together, because I will do, you know, some multi-looks with the palette. And this palette's got a lot of versatility for that. There's definitely some combinations, a lot of combinations that you could put together in here. I don't know how many I'll do, it depends on time. There's a little bit going on in the personal life, which means that I might not have time to do too many, but we'll see how it goes. But there we go. There is Rose. I'll be back. Okay, so let's go in with the next duo. So the first one is one of the deeper mattes, which is Nectar. So this is that plum purple. So I'm going to gently pack this on. They are softly pressed, so I don't, whilst I'm not too concerned about fallout on a day-to-day basis, I do want to, you know, obviously minimize it as much as possible. So I'm just trying to pack it on, and then I'll start blending it up into the crease. Being such a dark shade, I'm going to go in with a blending brush and see how it goes out with a fluffier brush. See how the colour blends out. I'll just go back in with a little bit over the lid. Now obviously I'm not trying to make this look perfect. I'm just trying to show you how they work, how they build, and how they blend. So that is Nectar. Alright, on the other eye, we've got another matte. We're going to go in with Pollen, which is our soft pink, like the lighter pink. Okay. See, this is the kind of colour when I want to put something on, but I don't want to do anything too exciting. I'd happily put this kind of colour on my lid, blend it up into the crease, and rock just a soft single eyeshadow look. I think it's the kind of colour that you can definitely do that with. So there we go, there is Pollen. Alright, taking this off, I'll be back. On to the next shadow, which is Bloom, and this is that pink pearlized pigment. So let's see how this one goes. So you can see it's quite chunky. I am applying it dry, obviously initially. So this is it applied dry. There are like some chunks in it, but I think that could be a little bit of the nature of the pressed pigment, you know, with those pearlized bits through it. But we're going to go in with a finger now, and let's see how that goes. So that's it, applied with the finger, smoothed out a little bit. It's a pretty shade. You can't deny that that's not a pretty shade. Alrighty, let's go into Botanical, which is a that green grey. So there is again a little bit of chunkiness. So I guess it depends on how you apply. I must admit, I always use a glitter glue underneath metallics and shimmers, mainly because of my eyelids. Helps them stick to it and not get moved around with my hoods and crepey old lids. Alright, so that is Botanical dry. We'll go in now with a finger and see what we can do. There's something said for packing it on with a finger. And if you don't like using a finger to pack it on, you can use a wet brush. I find it doesn't really work with my skin texture to use shimmers wet too often. But using a little sponge tip applicator to apply a shimmer, there's nothing wrong with that. I think we kind of got into this whole thing that, you know, those sponge tip applicators are bad, you can't use them. And you can. They're just not good for all makeup eyeshadow application. But they have their place. So that is Bloom and Botanical. Alright, next two. Okay, so we're going to go in with the light green shadow, matte shadow called Vine. It's a nice pastel colour. And it's good because I liked, when this come up, I was hoping it'd be colours I was interested in, because I'd committed to buying it just because of the name. But I don't have many pastel colours in my collection, so I'm kind of pleased that we've got some nice kind of pastel colours through this, some nice softer colours. So that is Vine. And now I'm going to go in with a small packing brush, and we're going to go into Sandra. So Sandra is that deepened, like darkened teal. Let's see how this one goes. These are my kind of colours. I love the dark colours. Has a nice reflect to that. Alright, I'm going to go in with my finger just to see how it looks when it's packed on with the finger. Oh, love this colour. This is the kind of colour I'd happily put all over my lid and like blend it out with some other colours, and love it. So that is Sandra. It's as beautiful as my mum. So the next colour we're going to go into is Flora, which is that purple metallic. Again, this is one of those colours that would be a beautiful soft lid colour. One of these days I might learn how to do these without the face shapes, but I don't think so. Alright, so that is Flora. So let's go in now and put it on with a finger. And there we go, there she is. And she is pretty. I do like her. It's a nice colour. I like that. I'm just trying to envision some looks with that on the lid. Should be good. Alright, we're going to go into the last set of mattes, and this is a deep olive green. This is Leaf. It's a nice grungy thing, green. That's what I like about this. There's some versatility in the fact that we've got some light mattes, we've got these deeper mattes that can be used. Like realistically, I'm not going to use them so much as an all over lid colour. They'd be more used to provide some dimension. But they are, I like this colour. So I'm just going to go in with a fluffy blending brush just to blend it out in the crease. So I haven't put any product on this, I'm just using it to kind of see how the colour blends out. Okay, so that is Leaf. Okay, so we're going to get into the last two mattes. So the first one is Seed, which is just a dark brown. Again, I see these colours as being used to, like I said, provide dimension and depth to a look that I create, not one that I would normally just pack all over the lid. That is applied nicely, like there doesn't seem to be any patchiness with that. Let's blend it out. See how she disperses across the lid. And she blends lovely. Definitely a nice dark brown. So that's Seed. So now we're going to get into Posy, which is this like sky blue. She's pretty. Let's take a blending brush, blend her out. And there we go, there's Posy. Two nice mattes. Alright, last time for the eyes. My eyes are starting to feel the pain. That's alright, the things we do. Okay, so we're going to just go in with a little shader brush and Flourish, which is the last colour in the palette, which is this silver. Oh, this is how, you know, look, I'm like putting it on like, halo eye. Right in the centre. And just because I don't want to talk to you with one eye done, I'm going to do the other eye. So I'm just going to go in with my finger to pack some on. This one's a little bit chunky again. I don't know whether it's my lights or kind of where I'm sitting, but there just seems to be this touch of greenness to the silver, which I kind of like. It kind of takes away from, I guess, that vividness of just like stark silver. I actually really like that color. So that one's Flourish. So I'll show you what the palette looks like. Okay, just so you can see kind of how it looks in the pans. And, you know, obviously this is just swatching. I'm not using it to create any looks, but impression-wise, it's very similar to how I felt about the the single shadows that I got. I wouldn't call these beginner-friendly shadows. You definitely, the mattes remind me, like I said last time, a lot of the Anastasia Beverly Hills mattes. They're very soft. That doesn't make them bad. You just need to be aware that they're soft in the pan and how you're going to apply them to prevent fallout and things like that. And the shimmers, they have a little bit of chunkiness to them. Again, it's not a bad thing. It's just being aware of it so you know when you're applying it what kind of applications you're going to use to get the best look. You know, like there's, again, it's about going in with the right brushes, fingers, applicators, whatever it may be, that will give the best shadow adherence to the eyes. But what I am looking forward to is creating some looks with this palette because, like I said, there's a lot of variety here. So if we look at this, we've got some soft pink, so you can create a soft pink look. We can go in with this brighter coral and like brighten it up. We've got the teal, so we can have a tealy look. We've got this deep purple that combined over here could create, you know, a dimensional mauvey purple look. We've got the deep browns and the deep greens that can darken up a look. So I think it's one of those palettes, and it's a nice color story in the fact that I can have a light look or I can darken it within these tones. And I am actually looking forward to kind of what looks I'm going to put together that show the versatility of that. Show that I can have that light, pretty garden look, or I could have that deep foresty depth to a look. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the swatches. I like watching these eye swatches when something new comes out because you do get to see what it looks like on someone's eyes. Now, you know, don't get me wrong, it'd probably be nice if I had 20-year-old skin and nice flat eyelids that weren't crepey and hooded and all of that kind of stuff for your benefit. But the reality is these are the eyes that the shadow is going to go on. You get a bit of an idea of the colour, and I start to get some ideas of what kind of looks I want to put together. So I enjoy doing it. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe. It certainly doesn't take much to just hit that subscribe button, and I know I certainly appreciate it. And let me know what you think of the palette colours down below. I think it's a well-curated palette. I do honestly think the colour story is lovely. You know, there's nothing that doesn't fit in there. So, yeah. What was I going to say? Don't know. I think I'm going to end it there. So, as always, remember, be kind, be strong, and be a warrior. And I'll see you later. Bye.